So I wanted to talk about Michael Moore's latest movie called Fahrenheit 11/9. And this is a spoiler alert, so if you haven't seen it, please stop this video and go watch it because it's awesome. It had creative editing, cool music, Michael Moore narrated the entire movie. It really holds your interest and it covers several different important political topics. And Michael Moore is definitely speaking for the light. He's got a pretty raw, tell it like it is attitude about things. He takes a knife and slices right through all of the BS and raises awareness about important issues that are going on in our country right now. So I believe that God works through people, and I give Michael Moore's movie 2 thumbs up because I wanted to create a video letting you know how Michael Moore is on the same page as the divine. My videos are channeled. They're not from me. They're not from my brain. They're, from the other side. And so I saw quite a few similarities between what I've been saying in my videos and what Michael Moore said in his movie. So I wanted to talk about it. With regards to Donald Trump, he said that it was an egoic decision for him to run as president, which is totally true. Donald Trump is ruled by his ego, which is why he works for the dark. It's why he speaks for the dark. He's 110% ruled by his ego. So his decision to even run for president was completely impure. Michael Moore called him a malignant narcissist. He called him a racist landlord because he is, was accused of discriminating against people as a landlord. He called him a misogynist. He said that he plays the media for suckers. He tries to work the media and spin things to his advantage. He showed clips of Donald Trump encouraging his followers to beat people up. He was supporting violence and saying, "Don't worry, I'll pay your legal fees." There was a clip of a reporter asking Donald Trump, "Aren't you worried about this media storm?" And Donald Trump said, "I am the storm." And I would have to agree with that because Donald Trump is working for the dark. He's stirring things up, and he seems to think he's stirring things up in a good way, but he's actually stirring things up in a bad way. He is a firestorm, and that's why the fire hose of truth is spraying at him to put out this fire, basically, and stop him from causing problems where none existed before. Michael Moore also compares him to Hitler. With Hitler, the Jews were the enemy. So we have to defend ourselves against them. We have to declare the enemy, make them known. Well, Jews are the enemy, to Hitler. Immigrants are the enemy to Donald Trump. They're moving us towards a tyrannical, ruling type of situation with the goal being to shrink the middle class. They also showed a clip of Trump saying, "I kept saying that it's a rigged system. I don't say it anymore because I won. I don't care. I don't care." It's like, well, of course you don't care that the system is rigged because you won. But the problem is you're the result of a fraudulent election. So the divine doesn't even acknowledge him as president. He doesn't even acknowledge him as number 45. He's calling it one big false reality. So there is somebody upstairs, namely our creator, who actually does care about this rigged system and very, very much cares that this rigged system blocked a divine intent, which was for Bernie Sanders to be president. So Bernie Sanders becoming president was a divine intent that he set, and a rigged system got in the way, so the divine's going to replace that rigged system so that he can carry out his intention of Bernie Sanders becoming president. And Michael Moore actually said that during the movie. He said, "We need to get rid of this whole rotten system that gave us Trump." Yes, the divine agrees. That's true. Both the Democrats and the Republicans get a thumbs down, so the divine is calling for a People's Party. Nancy Pelosi, I believe, was quoted as saying, "People who fund the Democratic Party are capitalists." Well, Bernie Sanders needs to leave the Democratic Party then, because you can't go up against the, billionaire class if you are part of the Democratic Party, because that's like biting the hand that feeds you. So Bernie Sanders needs to break out and lead the People's Party. It's what he's supposed to be doing. And he can take Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez with him. They showed some clips of her campaigning and being a go-getter as well. It was awesome. But neither one of those two belong in the Democratic Party. They're too weak to go up against the Republicans. They need to split up and do their own thing. Another thing is that I wanted to give another shout out to the Parkland students. Bravo for you guys, for your activism and courage and raising awareness and honoring your deceased friends in the process. Good for you for speaking your truth and, you know, not backing down regarding the politicians who, you know, accept donations from the NRA, Trump's relationship to the NRA. David Hogg was in the movie, you know, talking. Emma Gonzalez was talking. They arranged, you know, March for Our Lives with over, you know, 700 marches in America, over 100 marches globally. That was one heck of an accomplishment. And they were just, you know, they gave compelling speeches. They were promoting unity. That made me cry a lot too. I kept crying during the movie. But it was really moving to have that kind of reminder, to be shown clips from the Parkland students again. So thank you, Michael Moore, for keeping that alive, for keeping that volleyball up in the air, because we shouldn't forget them either. They're important and they matter, and gun control matters. Another thing I wanted to bring up that I was happy about was the number 55 is the number the other side shows me when they want to say hi. It's like their way of saying hi, Christine, and like giving me a high five, saying, hey, everything is going to be fine. Your angels are here. No worries. And for some reason, the number 55 appears throughout this movie. Signs, you know, during the primaries, etc. But I found that very soothing, because while I was sitting in the theater bawling my eyes out as an empath, it was very soothing to see that. The 55 showing up over and over again. It was like a prevailing theme for me. So thank you, Michael Moore, for creating this documentary, speaking your truth, raising awareness, and, you know, encouraging people to speak up and take action, because together we can all accomplish anything with a little bit of help from the guy upstairs, because we are all superheroes. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.